1975, a young engineer at Kodak built something that would change photography forever. It wasn't a better film camera. It was the world's first digital camera. But instead of celebrating the invention, Kodak's executives became worried. They feared that digital photography would destroy their billion-dollar film business. So the company hid one of the greatest inventions in technology history. While Kodak protected its past, the rest of the world embraced the future. Companies like Canon, Sony, Nikon, and later smartphone makers pushed digital photography forward. The technology Kodak had created became the reason for its own collapse. How did the company that invented the future lose everything? This is the unbelievable story of Kodak's biggest mistake. Kodak believed it had plenty of time. After all, it controlled nearly every part of the photography industry. Millions of families bought Kodak film, Kodak cameras, and paid Kodak to develop their photos. The company was making billions of dollars every year, and executives saw little reason to change. But technology doesn't wait for anyone. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, digital cameras improved rapidly. Companies like Canon, Sony, and Nikon invested heavily in the new technology, while Kodak continued protecting its film business. Ironically, Kodak owned many of the patents behind digital photography, yet it failed to turn its own invention into the future of the company. Then the internet changed everything. People no longer wanted to wait days to develop film. They wanted to take a photo, see it instantly, and share it with the world. As digital cameras became cheaper and more powerful, film sales collapsed. The business that had made Kodak one of the most successful companies in America was disappearing, and the company wasn't ready for the future it had invented itself. By the early 2000s, Kodak's decline was impossible to ignore. Digital cameras had become the new standard, and consumers were abandoning film faster than anyone had expected. The company that had once captured the world's memories was now losing billions of dollars, trying to protect a business that no longer had a future. Then another revolution arrived. Smartphones put powerful digital cameras into everyone's pocket. People no longer needed to carry a separate camera or wait to print their photos. They could capture, edit, and share moments instantly. Kodak had helped create this future, but it failed to lead it. In 2012, after more than a century as one of America's most iconic companies, Kodak filed for bankruptcy protection. It marked the end of an era and became one of the greatest examples of how even the most successful companies can fail when they resist change. The lesson from Kodak's story is unforgettable. Innovation alone is not enough. A company must also have the courage to embrace the future, even if it threatens its current success. Kodak invented the technology that changed photography forever, but fear of disrupting its own business allowed others to build the future instead. In business, the biggest risk isn't creating something new. The biggest risk is refusing to change while the world moves forward. And that's how the company that invented the future became one of the greatest business lessons in history.